Hello everyone, I am about to start making my first design team project for Beebeecraft for this month, for March, and I thought I'd make some tags or journal spots with some of the items that I was sent for my design package. And I've got my little folder out. This is plain neutrals. This is how I keep my scraps. I've done this for a few years now. It's just full of different leftover pieces from projects. And this one's the neutrals. Bits of file folders and, you know, just plain colours that were left over from projects. It's just easy to find things. So what I'm looking for is some pieces that would act as bases, or, you know, for tags, right size. There's some there. They're just like A4 size, and I've probably been making a journal a certain size, folded it over and cut the excess off. So there's a few of those there. I don't get huge scraps because, you know, I use a lot of them as I'm, that's a nice one. I use a lot of my scraps in the journals that I make. Like I use it for tags and things at the time, so, you know, I'm not doing too bad for scraps. They're not, I haven't got too many, which is good. I've still got a lot though. Oh, I like that. What's that? Oh, this is tissue paper that I found thrifting. I've got a whole wad of it. So that might be nice. It's got a line going through it. See that? A nice line. So that might be nice for a bit of texture. Pattern paper is always nice to have. I wonder if I've got a smaller piece in there. What's this? These are all, that's that, I think it's like a Chinese calligraphy paper, this one. Maybe we'll leave a few of those out as well. That's just some brown, like tissue paper. It looks like packaging from something. Somebody could have sent me something wrapped in this lovely tissue paper. It's a beautiful colour, isn't it? It's just lovely. Maybe I'll take some of that as well, because I love the colour. It's easy to forget to use your scraps and grab for other things. There's a piece there with little dots on it. I wonder what that... Oh, that's like a wax paper. You know, parchment paper. Well, not parchment, cooking paper type of thing. Maybe not this time. Okay, glassine. This might come in handy for backing. Yeah, this might come in handy for background, like the back side of it. I might keep a couple of those out, and that one. I'll keep those smaller pieces out. Leave that one for the time being. Okay. Put up that, and also I've got another one there. I've got 3 of them. This one is textured and printed papers. So these are all the ones with different things on. They're still scraps. These are just overcooked. This was when I was cooking things, I think. Overcooked doilies, or just the end bits that I haven't used yet. They might be fun to have in there as well. Embossed pieces, they're always good. Music paper. I might take a bit of music paper as well. In a lighter colour, I think, yeah. Is there any more in the lighter colours? What's that back there? There's some. What's that? A miscut by the look of it. They're just the plain ones, those ones. They've already been. Oh, but that side hasn't. Okay. We may not use them all. Alright, we'll start with that. Put that away. Getting quite fat, so I need to use some stuff out of them because they're not fitting in the allocated space properly. They're just a little bit wide for the space that I have. Okay, so here's the base. Well, here's the tag pieces, so that can go that way. Maybe that can go that way as well. I don't know why my light is... Let me just... There we go. It seems to be flickering a little bit. And these can make perfect tags. Look at that. 2, 3. Okay, so we'll start off with one of these. One of these. I'll put that to the side for the time being. Alright, one can go that way, one can go that way. That looks a little bit long for a tag, so we might just fold it over like that. And do that. Okay. That looks fine. That needs a bit of colour on it, doesn't it? Where's that? That would be quite nice to put over there, like that. Yeah, we could do that. I'm trying to keep these fairly simple as well. There we go. That's quite nice. I've got this lovely tissue paper. That's a different one, that one. This one with the stripes on it's really, oops, really nice. Let's just take a piece off. Very nice, isn't it? Now this has a distinct shading on one side. I wonder if I could do it on that side like that. Oh, that might be nice to do that. Okay, so I was going to, oh, that's silly, wasn't it? Okay, let's just see if I can. I just wanted the edge of it showing of that staining. That's all right. That. Okay. Could have some of this on here, couldn't I? Like that. Remember, that one's going that way, and that one's there like that. Bit of music paper, perhaps. Trim that up like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that can be that one, and of that there. Like that. Okay. I hope you're all keeping well. It's Saturday morning. Well, no, not Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon here now. The cyclone didn't affect us at all as yet. They say we're going to get a lot of rain this afternoon, but I haven't seen any evidence of that yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. It's just been overcast today with a slight breeze and a little bit of drizzle, and that's it. But you never know with these things. So there we go. I'll do that. And what else? Oh, right. So from Beebeecraft, I received this beautiful cotton trim. So maybe we'll use some of that on there, because it's just the right colour. It's actually a perfect colour. That's what they sent. So let's have a look. There. Oops, let me get some fabric scissors. That one. Put it on there, and put some there. Like that. Let's see what the right side is. That's the right side there, so I don't want it. I think I'll cut it just there. will be quite nice. And this one, I don't want it overpowering anything. Might take that a bit more narrow so I see that jaggedy edge there as well. So that can come like basically there. Okay, there, like that. Maybe just a little bit shorter than the actual tag, like that, just a little bit raggedy. I think I'd like a bit of netted lace as well. Just a moment. Okay, I'm back. So this is from my lavish laces. I just want a finer lace. This is really lovely lace. I've used it. It must have been wider lace. See how I've cut it? So these are like offcuts. This might be nice to use. A little bit of that. Let's have a look. For there, a bit for there, keep those aside. Now I'm thinking I kind of want it like that, so I'm going to take off the edge of the lace. So that, cut that a bit. A bit long, isn't it? Hang on. Cut there. So that can go like that. And that can go like that. Okay, I'm thinking the same for here, so I'll just take the top part of this off, like that. And how did that end up? So I should have taken a bit more off. Okay. Let's try that. And that. And there like that. Okay. That looks fine. What I think I will do now is stitch them, but I need to have a backing. That one's fine because that's quite thick and it's plain on the other side. This particular one it's too thin, so let's have a look at one of these pieces here. Is that long enough? Are they all the same length? They are all the same length. I could do that and put it in like that. That would work. Okay. I'll put it that way. And that can be glued down. Go. Right, so what I'm going to do is zigzag that down that side, and then a straight stitch, I think, around the rest of it, and the same on this one here, and then I will be back. Right, so they're both stitched. Zigzag there and straight stitch around the three. I left the flap like that, so you could put little secret notes under there on both of them if you like. So that's how that is. Let's put the lid on that before it dries up. And then the next thing I'm going to do, probably just take the tiny little corner off those. You can barely see, just the bottom of them. There we go. Right, now also with my design package this month, I received some filigree pieces. And I've taken them out. I'm going to be working with the bronze. These are the 4 different shapes. They come in 3 different colours, silver, gold and the bronze in this package here. I'll put details to all these things in the description box below. And I thought these might be good. I've used them on tags before. These might, you know, they make lovely tag topper type things, or little tabs on things. We could put that there like that. This one could go up here, perhaps, or half of one. Half of one could work. Could. Like that. And they're easy enough to cut with strong scissors. These are the Tim Holtz scissors. They're very good. Let me see. So, oh, I could do that. I could just take that around like that, and that bit straight across like that, and let's just take it straight across. Oh, there we go. And then we can just round this one as well, because you don't want those real sharp pieces. They will cut you if you're not careful, so that's fine. Let's get rid of that one. And we might just round this one while we're at it as well. There we go. Let's get rid of those metal pieces. Okay, so that one I could use there. This one I can use like this on the top of my tag. Can you see that? It's quite nice, isn't it? Or you can bend them as well and bend them over. Let me get another one out and show you. Find one. The reason I got them out before was because they were easy. That, you know, sometimes it's a bit fiddly to find them when they're in this all mushed up together. Alright, so you can actually bend these. The easiest way to bend them is find yourself like the edge of a desk. Mine has a rounded edge, but my sewing one behind me has a sharp edge. What I'm going to do is put it on the edge of the desk and bend it. So just give me a moment. Okay, there we go. See how I have bent that? And then you can just continue bending it over like that, and that. You can use this on your edge of your pages as well, like you would a paper clip or something like that. Might not be quite as strong as a paper clip, but you can. So you can have it like that, so it's on both sides. And you've got the square top. You could trim that as well, which might be good because that's a little bit sharp when you have it up like that. If you were to have it straight down like that, it would be fine. I think I want to leave mine up like that, so I'm going to try and trim these little edge bits. Hopefully they don't go. It would have been better to trim them before I bent it, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Don't go ruining your good scissors. Of course, you can use metal cutters and things. I just find these are quite easy to control, and they're great at cutting this sort of thing, those scissors. So there we go. That's fine. If you feel it's a little bit jaggedy, got an old nail file here. You can just give it a little, and that's much smoother. Yep, that's much smoother. Yeah, much better. And then use that over the edge. Open it up a little bit because you're going to want to put glue on there. Or you could stitch it on if you wanted to stitch it on. There's a thought, isn't it? Hey, where would I stitch it? I could stitch it on. I'm going to glue it on, I think, for the sake of the video, because otherwise we'll be here all day. So I'm going to get some strong glue. This is Helmar Quick Dry Adhesive. Needs unclogging. Alright. Decide how far up you want it. I'm going to put those two little flowers there. Come on, glue. Ugh. Not a lot left in here now. I'm putting a bit on each of the flowers. Like that. I'm also just having a quick look, getting an old pen, and sometimes you get like little strings. I'm just going to try and get those strings, so I don't want to see those. That looks alright, quite good. And then position it where you want it. So I've got it up to those flowers. So I'm going to push it there like that on that side. And then the same on the other side, like that. Just let it take hold. And then, of course, there's a little bit of glue coming out, so just try and tidy it up as best you can. If you rub it like that, it generally comes away. That. Okay, there we go. So that's one tag. And you can whitewash those as well if you wanted. If you didn't want that bronze look, you could just put a light coat of a white paint over them, you know, to shabby them up a little bit, and then maybe brush it off a bit so you get a bit of darkness coming through. We could try that. Maybe I will. Now with this one, how do I want this one? I might just have it like that perhaps. Just like, because I'm trying to think, yeah, just as a little tab, like a tab. Yeah. I wonder if, what's that? Looking for a piece of paper here. I wonder if I could back it a bit. Or just leave it like that. I might leave it like that. Actually, we might stitch this. Oh, that's quite thick. I don't know, because it only needs stitches there and there, I think. What's this? Maybe put a little bit of glue on it first in the middle to hold it in place. Oops, a bit higher. I've got to have a tab on it, otherwise it's no point, is there? There we go. So that will hold it for us. We might need a longer thread. There we go. We'll do a double thread. Again, this is just a crochet thread. Let's have a look. There and there. I'm just putting a couple of holes in so I can see it from the other side, I think. There and there. They're right on top of the sewing line from the sewing machine. Okay, so one, leave it long enough so I can tie it. Okay, so that's one, like that. I think it's only going to need one on each end. Let's tie that off. And double knot that. So that's one. And now the other one is there. And there. There we go. And then tie that one. Okay, I tend to cut the ends at different levels, so it just gives it a shabbier look. So we can leave the ends on the back, like that, and that's secure on the front now, like that. Right, I like that. I like that. And I like that. That's all done. That's fine. So what I'm going to do now is go away and make some more of these. I also have another lace that is from Beebeecraft as well. It's this one here that I got. It's very bright white, and what I did earlier was I cut off a piece and I just dipped it into some tea to soften it. As you can see, there is a difference. It's got that old white look to it now. So I might use a little bit of this as well on the tags, and I'll show you how I've used it once I come back. Alright, so I have finished playing now, and I'll show you what I've made. So starting from the one that I showed you, that I did first. Okay, so I made that one, and I think I made that one as well, didn't I? So I made those two to start with, like that, and I did put the filigrees on, but you saw me do that, and that one's bent over. So that's those two there, and then I made matching ones for those. I made one in opposite direction. I made this one here. This one isn't bent over. This one I cut in half, and I've just got the half filigree piece at the top there. So that's that one. Oh, and I also put a little bit of doily on this one as well. Quite like the way that looked. That's that one, and another little one like this one, just in the opposite direction. Same sort of thing. And then I made two corner pieces like that, and I just patched together some of the scraps that I had out and then stitched on part of the trim here. You can see the wavy line there. That's just so it was more hidden in with the stitching on the fabric. And then I just glued one of the filigree pieces on there. Then I made a couple more tags. And this is them. They're using the square filigree piece, the embroidery anglaise type fabric, and also that other larger lace piece. I cut it apart and just put it around the edge of the filigree pieces there. And then I had a couple of little flowers in my container, and I just put those in the center there. So that's those two. I might just put that like that, might be easier. And then I made, out of the little scrappy pieces, I made some little, where is it? There we go. I made just some little clusters with the little bits of scrap. This at the back here is the edge piece of this lace. When you get it, it comes like that, and it has this blank piece of fabric. Well, that's what that is. That's that little piece there. This one here is the chiffon fabric that I received in my design package. It's these little chiffon pieces here. I used the coffee color one, and I just cut it down the center, so it's that size now. See? And then frayed both. Well, one edge was already frayed, and I just frayed the other edge. So I used that, and that way I could use the little offcuts of lace that were left over from making these. And then I popped in a little bronze safety pin, and this little trim here. Do Do I have some? I think I do have a piece. This is also from Beebeecraft. It's a lovely gold sequined kind of trim, which is really pretty, and especially when you cut it up into tiny little pieces. I just stitched this on, and I'm going to show you how I did that, just so you know. So I made a few of those. Where are they? Here they are, because I thought they were rather sweet. I've made a few of those. These ones have the chiffon fabric, and then they have a bigger piece of lace at the back there. So there's those ones, and I've got another one here, and I just want to show you how I attach that little sparkle to that. So I get my thread and I double it. Oops, we're getting tangled. Hang on. There we go. Oh dear. There we go. I saved it. Okay, we get our thread. It's slightly uneven at the other end, and we find a secure place to stitch it. So I can go in there. I'm taking it into the center of a sequin, and I'm going to leave a tail so I can tie it. And instead of just threading it through the pin now, I'm coming back over like that and stitching it through again, just to make it a little bit more secure. Giving it a nice tug, and then getting my little cluster here. I'm taking, because when you pin a safety pin in, because they've got this little circle at the bottom, you know, you can't just pin this little piece on, because this part naturally tends to fall to the bottom. So if you stitch it on, you can stitch it around this bottom piece. It won't come off because it's not where the opening is. I just do that, and then I can tie these together now. I use a double knot to do that. And then I can trim the ends off. And there we have it. I just pull those nice and tight. I might just, there we go, and it just hangs on the front there. I think I'll just, there we go, that's a bit better. And it's quite a nice little cluster to put in the journals or in any crafting things you want to put them on. So that's what I've made for my first projects for Beebeecraft for this month. I've had a lot of fun today. It's been nice playing with these things. And I did try painting one of the filigrees. Let me show you. To give it a shabbier look. That's what it turned out there. It's like a creamy white colour. I thought it might get lost on these particular projects, but I did try one, and that's still a little bit damp. If that was coated a little bit too much for you, you could always sand it down a little bit on a darker, is that dark enough? Let's have a look, see if this is a bit darker. On a darker surface it would show up, that's not good, is it? Show up a little bit better. But I'm quite happy to leave them in their natural state for this project. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial and seeing what I've been up to today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, like I said, and these will be going in an upcoming journal that I make. It'll obviously be a shabby vintage kind of journal, so there we go. Okay, so when I was taking a photo for my thumbnail, I decided I didn't like these two tags here with just the single flower. So what I did was I put a lovely little flower that's also from Beebeecraft. They're little dangle flowers. I'll just get one out for you to show you. Here we go. They come like this. They're really sweet. And each flower is made up of two cut out fabric flowers. So I take them apart and use the flowers on them. So I have a Beebeecraft flower at the back there, then just a fabric flower, and then the paper ones on top of that. And I think that looks much nicer than just the single little ones. And I'm much happier with them that way. Bye.